careful with this one, you might actually learn something. Battery exhausted, she says. I'm fucking exhausted. Right, my name's Paul, this is Milo Studios. You mostly know this. There's some construction grade language. Beware, you are watching through an adult YouTube account and there's no watershed on the internet, but there should be some of you dozy mung pieces. This is a Line 6 Variax, one of the coolest guitars to come out of, I think, the 90s. I always loved these. I thought it was great. It was beyond my reach. They were quite a few quids back then, which is an amount of dollars, which is even more pesos. And if you're talking about Australian dollars, oh my God, go and sell a fucking kidney. Now this thing, it's perplexed me. It was sent in by Johnny Cope a long time ago. Thank you, Johnny. He also sent an amp in and some bits and bobs to connect this up to computers that run on Windows ME. It's old as fuck, right? It runs on batteries. It's a weird guitar and I really love it. It's got one massive issue. It's got a one-way truss rod. The frets are not very good. It needs a fret level recrowning polish. As soon as I take the frets off, the neck back bows like an absolute bitch. And I can't level recrown and polish it. Incidentally, I am talking to Guitars and Woods in, I think they're in fucking Portugal. I think they might be. European. They are sending me their neck jig, bless them. That's the power of being a YouTube prick. But that's not a solution for you lot, because that's a really expensive bit of kit. I'm looking forward to getting it, because it's tool porn, and we love tool porn, don't we? We all do, be honest with yourselves. But there's a cheaper solution to fixing this. And because when this guitar is in tune, it's fucking serious, isn't it, this episode? Sorry. When this guitar is in tune, the neck is beautifully flat, all right? And actually, if I tune it a little bit sharp, I can get it to forward bow. So you can manipulate your neck by tuning your strings. That's no good, though, for the old conventional leveling beam, all right? That's no good for that. So what do you need? You need the StewMac understring leveling beam. I would be advertising a crimson one if they sold it. For me, I'd almost say if you're going to just buy one leveling beam, I'd buy an understring leveling beam because it still works with the strings off. Of course it does. It's a bit longer than a conventional leveling beam, so it does the whole fretboard for going that way. So there's lots about this that I like. So we're going to run through how to do it. It's a poor man's plec. A plec machine, if you didn't already know, and if you didn't watch me smash it on the Andersons video, I didn't smash it. I just set a guitar up nicely. Luck of the draw. Luck of the draw. And fucking talent.
Bullshit!
A plec machine will level the frets on a board with the strings on. It will do it so that the guitar neck's under tension. A plec machine does what this does. This is a poor man's plec, but it's an incredible bit of kit. So we're going to run through it. We're going to get straight into it. We're going to turn this into an absolute world beater. This episode is about fretwork. There's got some electronics in here. I've taken this apart before. Inside is a circuit board. Have a look online. There's pictures on there. It's pointless looking at it. There's nothing to even fucking spray. It's all just, it's like a Commodore 64 inside there. It's also got a sticky nut, which I'm going to address. But let's just run through the leveling beam, right? If you're interested, you're interested. If you're not, you're not. But either way, I think we can all agree that Trevor eats crayons while he's moaning at people on the internet. He can only type with one hand, though, because he's got to constantly have his... No. Anyway, let's bring Dave in. We're going close up today. Coming in, Dave? Of course you are, you little tart. So just to remind everyone, there's a raffle going on at the minute in May and you can enter using the details below. It's written in the description. It's one of the first lines. 50% of the profits are all going to go to leukemia care. It is for the Yergs Cup, the build that is currently going on Fridays, but this is a Monday fluff piece, but I've got to remind you, Dave's along for the game. Now, I think I've got 220 on here, so it's quite a coarse sandpaper. This process is awkward, right? It's not lovely, it's not pretty, it's not like using this. A lot of the things are exactly the same. I'll just demonstrate that I've got this. This neck is lovely and straight. I've done that off camera because I'm prepared. I've also had some pasta to make sure I've got the energy to get through this fucking video. Now, that neck is dead straight. No queef of relief, dead straight. If you're working on a neck, it needs to be straight, all right? That was a little bit Adolf, wasn't it? Sorry. I'll just interject. It's come to my attention through some other videos that I watch, podcasts and all that sort of stuff. YouTube shares a lot of stuff, right? They're very lenient with what they allow to put on their channel. I'm allowed to say cunt, for example, but not too many times, all right? Because they might demonetize the video. It's never happened to me, but they might. Enough people report it, don't they? I'm reporting you to the Quinn police. Fucking good luck with that, Denzel, wanker. Now, one thing that they do not do though, you have to select that your video is for adult viewing. And I do every time. So if you're watching this and your kids catch a swear word, that's not on me, mate, it's on you. Do your due diligence, all right? But they don't share your video to quite so many people. So make sure you're subscribed and tell the world that there's an absolute mung piece in Plymouth and he makes videos that are a little bit funny and a bit informative. I'll try and do both. It's a balancing act. Check this rocker out. Holy shit, the frets are terrible. I'm going to give that one a little knock. We'll just run through. You always knock your frets first. You're a prick. You're amounting to nothing. So I'm not worried about me strings getting buggered. We're getting rid of them. We'll just see if that one does tap. And it doesn't. I knew it didn't because I've already looked at this ages ago. Before I bought this and practiced with some other pieces of shit I had lying around. We're changing tact a little bit. I've got some guitars coming up. Not this one. This one's going to be sold on eBay. The listing's live now. And because it's an interesting little test piece, it comes with the books and all the gubbins and the ancient tech to connect it up to your fucking Amiga. Yeah? So it does come with some bits. So if you're a bit of a musical historian, it actually sounds really nice as well. It's got this little twizzly knob on here and you can literally make it sound like anything. Apparently it does things with the spider amps, the later ones. I can't be bothered to get into that. This is to connect it to the computer to do recording and all that sort of stuff. You don't need any of that. You can just plug this in and you can twizzle it and it'll change the voicing of all the pickups to give you different sounds. It is, on all counts, it's a fucking cool guitar. It is. But the frets are terrible. Sort yourself out, line 6. So we've got all the goobage, the frets are bad. We're nice and straight, the fret ends, ironically, are cool, but we've got terrible frets. So let's just move on quickly because we've got a lot to get through and I know a lot of you have got the attention span of a fucking amoeba. We've got to red these frets up. It's going to be a little bit awkward because the strings are on. So we're just going to yank them out the way. Now, when you buy the understring leveling beam, you get one of these, right? A little plastic doodad, and you think, what's this cheap shit? This is basically to slide in here. It's going to sit in front of your nut, and it's just going to raise those strings up. Because this, which is something I'm not used to dealing with, it's very difficult to get in. I don't mask up my fretboard. Someone always asks that, all right? I want to be able to check that this neck is straight at all points. At all points. I could do with a cider. I want to check that this neck is straight at all parts of the fucking process, all right? And if you tape it up, it's very difficult to get an accurate reading. I do say that a little bit often. I like to repeat myself. If you ever leave a comment, right, and I don't reply to it, and I do reply to lots, it's probably because you said the same thing as a million other people, because people write their own comment before they read other people's, and sometimes you don't read anyone else's. So I'm not being rude, just have a double check. He didn't reply to me, and I thought I was being very, very fucking clever. Like when I spelt subscribe wrong on my own thing, it was subscribe. It got pointed out the day I fucking turned it on, mate, and I said, oh, I'm going to leave that because people will go absolutely epic in the comments. And you did. You didn't let me down. You've got to point out an issue. But I stopped replying to it, and people probably thought I was ignorant as pig shit. We're going to level in between each string. And then we're going to have to slide it out and back in. Lovely. Now we can see we're taking material off the frets in the middle. As we've all learned, fret wire comes off massive reels. It's not perfect. You'll have batches of high frets, batches of low frets that you will not detect with a rocker. We're taking nothing up the end here, nothing at all. So at this point, we've run over once. It's very informative. We're being informative. This is serious, Paul, isn't it? I've actually got no shorts on. So I'm just going to check again. And I've still got my massive rocker. We've got to keep going until that rocker stops, all right? So I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to blow the dust away. But I've got no pen taken off here, just a little bit there. There are some fuck off high frets on this fretboard, and that is a technical term. So you can see all this dust in the middle, look, there's a huge, the neck is straight, but the frets are a huge lump. This is what was really making this thing play like a dog with a lower action. Now, again, at this stage, I'm just gonna check that my neck is still straight. So I'm basically gonna carry on now with a speedy uppy, and I'm gonna keep leveling these frets until I've got no rockers at the second, third, and fourth. It's as simple as that. It's got 10s on here at the minute. I don't want to put any heavier than 10s on. Not fucking Stevie Ray Vaughan, are we? I'll see you in a minute when I'm leveled, and we'll come back and check with the rocker, and hopefully we've got somewhere, and we've still got some metal left on the frets. Fingers crossed.
Many unbearable hours later.
Right, now interestingly, I have gone to town. There's a few frets down the end here that have got a bit of pen left on, but they're not rocking. We have just about touched it. In the middle, I'm bringing you in, Dave. Here, you can see I have taken off a fair old chunk of material. That fret in particular, very, very flat, all right? Luckily, it's got quite big frets on here, so we had enough room, but barely, to be fair. This is a classic case of it's a very, very old guitar. It might have a two-way truss rod. From what I found out from a bit of internet sleuthing, which is mixed in with other people's fucking opinions that they type as facts, because you know that's how Reddit works. Some of these really early ones were produced with one-way truss rods. It might have a two-way truss rod that's just gone wrong. I can't bow the neck backwards. So we are a bit stuck with how we're going to deal with this. That is borderline. That is absolute borderline good enough for me. The frets are flat. I've got no rocks. We're fine, but I did have to take a lot off. That would be a daunting job for you to do at home, and a tech probably wouldn't want to. Is it worth it? I doubt very much Johnny stored this incorrectly. I think maybe just it being stored for so long, the fact that it's old, luck of the draw, who knows? All right, it had such a long life, I couldn't tell you why it's done that. Now, it's an heavy duty bit of 220 grit. The last stage I'm gonna do is just get in here, and this is a bit that's a bit ugly, and not everyone does, but this bar goes over every fret, so you can just, we can get all our scratches going in the right direction. Fucking ugly, innit? Right, I left that in to grate your ears in the same way that it's grating mine. So next stage is get the strings off, and we'll have a little look at reshaping these frets now. I'll show you what I use, even though if you're new, you might be new. This guitar name in the thumbnail might attract some new viewers. I don't know. I haven't seen a Variax video in years. Now, the next stage is fairly simple. We just need to red our frets back up again. Nuts a bit loose in the slot. Plenty to colour in. Fucking hell, man. Flatter than the back of my head. Now, these are a medium, narrow medium, sort of, this is the Music Nomad fret file. I use this all the time. It's absolutely bulletproof. Love it. I've had it about a year. I've probably done 100 recrowns with it, and it's showing no signs of any issues at all. So well done, Music Nomad, for your, I was going to say massively overpriced file, but it's not. That is well priced. Just go until the pen's almost gone on the top. Now the fret ends are pretty good on this. They're not too bad at all. I'll give them a little touch with the file, but nothing Jimmy Savile will be proud of. Up and down with a bit of 800. Lovely. Right, next step is to fretalize. Without fucking going into it too much, there's links below to everything I'm using. If you are going to buy some tools, make sure you use an affiliate link of a YouTuber, not necessarily mine, but there's always a discount in it for you, so it's pointless not doing it, innit? And luthiery tools are fucking expensive, unless you're buying shit on AliExpress, which I do not fucking recommend. You can mask up your frets to do this. I find it easier. If you slip off and go in the wrong hole and ring the doorbell, just use, it's very difficult to use these end pieces of the sandpaper with the fertilizer system because it don't stay on. So I just tend to use those pieces to go over any marks I put in the fretboard, because if you do catch the fret, you've just polished it with that grade anyway, so it's not going to matter a fuck. And if anything, you're just polishing your fretboard up to a ridiculously high sheen. So we go 1500, we go 2,400, we go 4,000, and then we whip up to 8,000. I'll get that done. Before I do the 8,000, I'm going to oil the fretboard because it needs it, doesn't it? I'm not going to minge fudge it. I'm going to use a bit of vintage discharge on this one. No, I'm not. We're going to go with Lure. Trucker's Knuckle. I think that's the way. Hand squeezed lemon seeds. Should we get it out? Oh, this is my favourite. This is made locally to me. I think it's made in Ashburton. Shburton, if you're from down here. Comes with a lovely cloth as well, which I'm saving for Sunday best. So I'll whip up through the grades, we'll do a bit of oil, and I'm going to shut up while I'm doing that. Otherwise, when I speed it up, it's got little bits of me going in it, and I've got to keep editing it out. And that's my fucking career these days. That's weird, isn't it? Right, more often than not on fretboards like this, you don't know if it's been oiled previously. More often than not, it's got loads of sanding sealer on it. How much penetration you get with oil is changes from time to time, but we'll make sure we've got plenty on here, and I'm going to leave a liberal amount on the board for now, and I'm going to go and have a coffee, and I'll come up afterwards, wipe off the excess, smash over these frets with the 8,000. We should be well polished. We should have some deep rosewood tones, and we'll get on with setting this beast up. Hopefully we've rescued her. Now, if you took this to someone like Simon at 81 Guitar Works, who's got more talent and ability than I have, he would have the skills to maybe heat treat this neck, steam it into place, take a fretboard off. There are more drastic measures, but this is not really an expensive guitar. It's cool, it's vintage, but it's not expensive. So whether you would go down that route yourself, I don't know. It's almost more fun to have a crack yourself in it. But anyway, we'll put that on. Full disclosure, Laura did give this to me. He's not called Laura. I don't know the geezer's name. I can't even tell you what he fucking looks like. I can't smell him either. All I can smell is his knuckles. But I love this. I didn't think I would. I opened it. Initially, I was like, yeah, not sure about that. But cold pressed lemon seed oil. I might put it on me salad. So there you go. I don't know what demo you just heard, whether it was one of my slow blues fucking send you to sleep demos, because that's how I like to play, or it might have been one of Ed the Shred's fucking melt your eyeballs demos. Really awesome that you can just dick around with the sounds just with your normal amp. Just stick it in a tube amp and fuck around with the different sounds. Les Paul, Telly and all that sort of stuff does make a difference. This was such a cool iconic guitar back in the day. It's got some scratches, it's got some dents. I don't know how much they go for on eBay. Right, I've tried looking up the fucking serial number, and Line 6 thinks it's bloody MI6 because its serial numbers. You've got to contact them and get details. I can't be fucking bothered. It's a Variax 300, 500 or 600. I don't know. It's one of them. I think they go for, let's have a little look. The problem is they all look the same. Yeah, I don't know. They go for anything up to 350 quid. I'm going to put this one on eBay now. The listing's live now. I'll bung it in an half decent little soft case, send it away to you for 250 quid plus postage. I think that's fair. That'll go direct to St Luke's Hospice here in Plymouth. It's when my mum passed away in the 80s, many moons ago. Looked after me as a nipper there, and it's a charity that's very dear to our heart. So I'll do a lot for St Luke's, and I will be doing more for them going forward. For some reason, I can't put man down as an automatic beneficiary on eBay. If you're watching this, man down, get in contact and let me know what's going on. This has got some dings and dents. It's not brand new condition, but it has been fully fixed and it is super cool. So 250 quid. It's a little bit of history for you that I think will go on and you can have some fun. I'm not going to send the amp that Mr. Cope sent. I've got some other little projects going on that are going to get donated to a local kids charity, musical charity. That's going to be part of that. And this came in as well the other day as part of a bundle. I forget the geezer's name. I'm sorry. It's written down here somewhere with the other stuff you sent in. But I did email you to say thanks. I'll be including this as well. This will be going to the local kids charity because I think they need some amps and guitars. So rather than post all that, I'll send that with them. Looking to work with Positive Grid soon, so hopefully we'll have some other bits and bobs coming through because I will milk them like a teat if they do want to fucking come through the door. That came out wrong, or did it? Anyway, like, subscribe and all that wank. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bit more of a serious week. Oh, and now someone's ringing. I'll see you later. I don't know who this is. Don't show the number. Bye. Hello, Paul Richards.